Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Shots by Pat, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I had a technical malfunction, but before I get into anything, if you are new to this channel and you are interested in street photography, some form of tech, and some everyday lifestyle, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button to rock with us with our journey of being a full-time YouTuber slash content creator. And my name is Shots by Pat. Also, if you like to see some of the work that I do with these cameras that I talk about, you can go to Shots by Pat Film. You'll see it scrolling down around here somewhere. Now let's get into the video. Now, I had a technical difficulty. I worked all day Friday and Saturday on editing the video that I did while I was away on vacation in Barbados 2 weeks ago. Uploaded the video, press play. I had a few issues with it a few times using DaVinci, corrupted files. Then I couldn't upload it to YouTube. Finally got it through. Started watching it. I was like, wait, hold on. Where's the first part? So none of the dialogue that I had went through, and I was so pissed. So right now I'm just redoing the entire video. Might as well, because it may come out better anyway. So this is my What's in My Camera Bag travel edition as I went to Barbados. Now, first item that I brought with me is the bag. It is the Brevity Jumper. You've seen it on the page before. You've seen countless YouTubers talk about it. So I'm not about to do the same thing again now. It's pointless for me to go over it because I've done it multiple times and you've seen it multiple times. The next time that I brought with me was actually inside of the bag was the iPad Mini 6 right here. Now, the iPad Mini 6 is one of the most important items that I keep with me. I'm able to write down my notes. There is a program that I use. You just saw my whole password. There's a program that I use called Structure. It's one of the best apps. It gives me a full breakdown of my day-to-day. Probably can't see it because the way the lighting is set up in here. But it's one of the most important apps that I use. I love this app to death because it gives me a full breakdown. Like, again, if you can see it, then you can see it. If not, then I'll explain it to you later on. It's one of the best apps that you could ever use. It gives you a full schedule, a full breakdown of my entire day. I also use the to-do list. Now, I know Notion is such a huge app that everyone uses. I can't quite get into Notion yet. So I use To-Do, which is what I'm going to do for the day, and as well as Structured to break down my full breakdown of my schedule of day to day from point A to point B, from the first thing I'm doing to the last thing I'm doing. All right, next up I have the M1 MacBook Air. Now, this is the item that I brought with me as a college student. I use this to do everything. I use this to write down my notes. I use this to edit the scripts that I had. If I'm doing homework, I use this to do some of the homework programs that I have to do, homework assignments that I have to do. It's one of the best items that I have. I don't use it nearly as much as I need to, but because it is a very light laptop, I can take it with me to the library. I can take it with me to class. I can take it with me on trips. It goes right into the bag, real simple, real easy. And it's powerful. Everything I throw at it, which is a term that a lot of YouTubers like to say, but anything I throw at it, it is perfect. I could use it for whatever I need to use it for. It is great, and I just love having it with me. It's the perfect travel companion. I was gonna bring my 2019 iPad Pro, but I said, you know what? Let me bring the M1 Air with me. Let me utilize it more. The 2019 iPad Pro you're literally just my YouTube machine now. Or if I'm not bringing the iPad Mini, then I'll bring the 2019 iPad Pro with me. But for the most part, any trip I'm going on, the M1 MacBook Air is coming with me, period. Next up on the list is the PGY Tech Mantis Pod. This is one of the best items to have as well. The functionality of this is just amazing. You can open it up, latch it on to things. It's one of the best, one of my favorite companions to have with me. It works seamlessly well. Like I said, you could latch it on to things if you wanted to. I actually was supposed to bring a different item with me to accompany this, and I'm about to get into that now. The item that I was supposed to bring with me was the DJI Osmo Action 4. But what I ended up bringing with me, because I was packing in such a hurry, was this guy. This was my this is the GoPro Hero 7. Again, it was supposed to be the DJI Osmo Action 4, but I bought the GoPro with me accidentally, but I didn't need it for anything specific. I just needed it to get some action shots while I was driving around my town, and just get some shots of at the hotel and at the Airbnb that we stayed at. Shout out to the Airbnb. The Airbnb was fire. You'll see that in another video, but it is still 4K, so I wasn't lucked out. Like, it still worked perfectly well for me. I was able to get all the footage that I needed to get, so it still was a pretty perfect companion with me. Now, I brought this with me because without this, I would have been either using one of my two phones, and my two phones would have been the iPhone 12 Pro Max or the 8 Pro Max. These are the two phones that I took with me. The 8 Pro Max is my dedicated film camera. I use Filmic Pro or Blackmagic Pro on this one, and I'm able to do a lot of things with those two phones when I didn't want to bring the GoPro with me. Yeah, I'm like, I apologize, guys. Like, I'm trying to do this so fast because I'm like super tired, because I'm trying to just get this done. But the iPhone 12 Pro 8 Pro Max was the phone that I would bring with me as my dedicated filming camera, because I didn't bring my Z30 with me. I just bought the new camera that I'm going to speak about later on, the GoPro Hero 7, and like I said, the two phones. Like my phone, my 12 Pro Max is going to be with me regardless, because that's my #1 phone. I haven't upgraded yet. But the 8 Pro Max is, like I said, latch it on to the latch it on to the Mantis Pod, and I'm good to go. Next up is the Rode video mic. Now, I can't show it to you right now. I'm actually using it on top of the Z30 right now while I'm filming. It is getting all of my footage, but you've seen the Rode pod mic. You've seen the Rode wireless mic before. It's a beautiful item, great to put onto your camera to get any footage that you need. So, you know, it is what it is. It's self-explanatory. So I love it though. It gets great and crisp audio. Once I touch it up even a little bit, I don't have to do much work to get it to where I want it to sound, but it's a perfect companion to have to go along with any video recording device. Another item I brought with me was the PGY Tech card reader, but it's also a memory card holder as well. As you can see right here, I have multiple cards in here. It got regular memory card, and it also has mini memory cards. Also has the pin if you wanted to switch out your SIM cards. Perfect item to have. It is USB-C, so once you plug it into, I could plug it into my MacBook Air, and I'm able to read the cards and look at the footage that I took while out in Barbados. And now for the main items that I brought with me. Once again, guys, I do apologize for just rushing through this. I am extremely exhausted. I wanted to at least record, and then I could edit a little bit later, but I wanted to record to get the recording out the way, because the recording is usually the more daunting task per se. So just get this out the way now, and then we're good to go going forward. So the next item I brought with me was my Nikon baby. It is my fully automatic film camera. And again, this is a camera that I got from my dad. I mean, I didn't get it from him. He just stopped using it because he's like old now. But it's an item that, it's a perfect camera to use on the streets, and I paired with it is the 28mm lens from Nikon as well. I'm sorry, the 50 paired with it is the 50mm lens. I have it on as well. Perfect lens. I'm able to do what I need to do with it, and perfect camera as well. Again, this is all film, fully automatic film camera. Now you can't have a film camera without film itself. So while I was out there, I actually still have a roll inside, but while I was out there, I had some Kodak 400 and I had some Kodak 200 while on the trip. And you won't see any of the images now that I took with the Kodak 200 and the Kodak 400, but in the next video I will show you the actual footage of what I took with each film stock. Now last but not least is something that I had to purchase. I'm a big YouTube person. I'm always on YouTube looking to see what's going on, looking at the latest tech, looking at the latest gear. And I said to myself, I want something that's not so big and bulky. Now, not to say that the Nikon cameras that I use are big and bulky, but I saw another camera, and everyone is talking about the Fujifilm X100V and now the X100VI. I am not in the Fujifilm ecosystem yet. I wanted to try out something in their catalog before I made the plunge to buying an X100V or X100VI. Now, what I bought was a Fujifilm X-A3. Now, this camera is so compact. It is flip up screen. It is 24 megapixels. This is more than overkill for what I would use on Instagram. You can see some of the images down here rolling across the screen while we are speaking. It is such a small and compact camera, if I do say so myself. I was able to capture some stunning photos with this camera. I do have an adapter to use some of my Nikon lenses, but I decided to get a TT Artisan 28mm lens. The reason why I got the 28mm lens because I figured, first of all, it was cheap. I'm not going to spend so much money on a brand new lens, and I'm not familiar with the ecosystem and the camera itself. But with that 28mm lens, I was able to get some super wide shots. And being out there in the landscape, look at this shot that I got over in the beach area called Bathsheba. Such a beautiful area with the rocks and things of that nature. You can see that this is straight JPEG. A lot of it is not even touched yet. A few of them are, but a lot of them aren't even touched yet. So you can see all of the images scrolling through. And the camera is powerful. It is, again, it's 24 megapixels. It's a crop sensor. The video was 1080p. Now, I'm not going to get too much more into the specs. That's for another video that hopefully you'll watch soon. But it is a strong camera. Once again, it's the Fujifilm X-A3. And again, it's a small camera. Super small, super light. Like, you could hold it with one hand and it fit perfectly inside the Brevity jumper. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed everything that you saw inside of what was in my camera bag, the Barbados edition. This is the second trip that I've taken for the year. Hopefully it's not the last trip I'll be taking for the year. Even if it's a quick road trip, I don't mind. But again, I'm still Team Nikon, but this Fujifilm X-A3 is perfect. The only thing I don't like about it is that the video quality is trash. But you'll see some of the video that I took again in a later video when I talk about the Fujifilm X-A3 and how I managed to capture a bunch of different images while in Barbados. Anyway, with that said, this is your boy Shots by Pat, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.